Welcome everybody, Wayne Johns, fashion, beauty and advertising photographer here, and welcome to episode 11. And today we've got something a little bit special for you. It is an unboxing, but we've got not one, not two, not three, but 4 items to unbox. So it's going to be a fun day. 2 of them are pretty much the same thing, and 2 of them are completely different. Let's not mess around. Let's just get those intros rolling. I'm going to sip this coffee while you watch that, and then we're going to get some things up to unbox and take a look of what's inside, and you're going to love it. I know it already. Oh damn, oh you're back already. Ah, you beat me to it. Okay, little bit different setup today. Got a nice desk space to play with. Okay, let's get into it. Let's get into this unboxing. Fun things today. Literally unboxing, I've not even cut the bags open yet. What I'm opening here today is not for stills. Okay, don't want that. It's so sealed. Okay, I'm still struggling, still got a bit of a back problem, still a bit of a nerve problem. My left hand and things is still a bit weak, so it does go a bit funny sometimes, but been waiting for these for a long time. So what have I got here today? I have got the long-awaited Fujinon Cine lenses. Cine lenses for film, people, for film. They have now released them and have been out a little while, but I've only now been able to get hold of it. They have now released them for the XF mount. So that means all of us that shoot film can now use, keeps dropping it, Fuji won't be happy with that. Let's put that out of the way quickly. We've now got the 18 to 55 Cine Zoom XF mount. So it will fit on my Fuji X-T2. It'll fit on my Fuji X Pro 2. It'll fit on the Fujifilm XH1, which is where we're going to see it at its best, of course. 1855, beautiful, beautiful. There's our lens hood. We won't put that on quite yet. We won't do it up, but it stops it hitting the front. So, not just one bag, 2 bags. Now, if you're a vlogger and things like that, this is not your tool. If you're a filmmaker, cinematographer, this will be your tool. And Fuji do make a series of movie lenses, a lot bigger than this, with PL mounts for cameras like the Arris and the Reds and everything else. These have just come out for us, the MK range, as they're called, for us DSLR shooters and video shooters. You know, Sony had them. They could use them on the FS and everything else with the E-mounts. So these are the 2 that we've got. Let's put this on here so it can balance just a little bit. Look at these bad boys. So, what do we have? So excited. I've been waiting so long to get these. They've been out, but they've just not been available for me to have. And we are going to film them. We're going to film a bit of a car campaign, fashion editorial thing, hopefully with something beautiful. And we are going to film them on something that I've got in another box. So let's have a look at what we've got. We've got the 18 to 55 and we've got the 50 to 135. Yes, they're not primes. And yes, primes, Cine primes are beautiful. But if you haven't got primes or a whole vast array of primes, these are 2 very, very good options, and it gives you such a good range covering the 1855 to 5135. That doesn't sound a lot, perhaps, 135 in photography terms, but in cinema terms and movie terms, that is quite a big range. Absolutely stunning. And they're small, they're light. You know, you'll notice they're both pretty much the same size. Okay, both pretty much the same size. There's a reason for that with Cine lenses, and you'll notice that they've got their focus rings and zoom rings and everything else as well. They have the teeth on the outside, okay? They are what's known as geared rings. And those geared rings are already there, so when you put them on a rig, you can use a follow focus system and everything else. The joy of them being the same size, that if I was to change from an 1855 to a 5135, it means that my focus follow gearing on my rig or on my rack or on my tripod doesn't have to change. The rings are in exactly the same place, and you'll find that with a lot of Cine lenses across the range anyway, even primes. If you get a set of primes, you'll find that your focus rings and everything else and your aperture rings, or in this case T-stops, will be in the same place for convenience of your systems of autofocus drives or manual focus pulling systems and everything else. These are absolutely awesome. They're so light. It probably weighs similar, maybe a little bit more to a Canon 2470, a little bit more I would say. But Fuji are well renowned for their movie glass and have been for a long, long time. So for these to be able to fit the XF mount on the XT2s, which is what we're filming this on, we've got a B-roll filming with an X Pro 2 in 1080 at 60 frames per second. And we've got a third camera, which is another X Pro 2, doing freehand B-roll, shooting this whole thing. Best thing about them, yes, these are readable from both sides, mainly from film sets and things. But we have our T-stops, which in photography terms we know as f-stops. T-stops and f-stops are a little bit different. They're the same thing, but a little bit different. I'll explain that in another video. That's a whole different tutorial. But our T-stops, they don't have solid clicks like you would have on your stills camera and lenses, primarily because we have a smooth motion for changing everything in between an aperture range or a T-stop range. It's nice and soft, and both these lenses, which unfortunately we can't get in stills photography with stills lenses, are known as what a parfocal. It would be great if we could have that in stills photography, but it is native to cinema lenses. And basically a parfocal system means that if I focus on my subject, I can zoom my lens in or zoom my lens out, and my subject will still be in focus. Unlike stills photography, where if you zoom in on a 70-200 or zoom out on a 70-200, you have to refocus at either end. Cinema lenses don't do that. They're called parfocals. I'm really looking forward to getting these on the camera systems. So excited. And as Cine primes go, Cine Prime, I said it again, Cine primes. It's not Cine Prime, is it? As Cine lenses go, they're reasonably priced. I'll drop all the links in the descriptions at the end of this video, but so excited to finally get my hands on the XF mount MKX Cine lenses from Fujifilm. Okay, I'm not going to put you through the misery of me cutting bags. I just realised me doing it was boring the hell out of me, so putting that into footage is going to bore the hell out of you. We have got, and I've had this before, and I've shot this before, and I have done a review on this before, kind of a review. So in our third case, we've got the beautiful Fujifilm XH1. That's the video hybrid, okay? So it gives us lots of video control, 5-axis image, in-body image stabilisation in there as well. Touchscreen, a lot of silent control function, top display on this as well, deeper finger grip, which is nicer, slightly longer EVF, which is nicer if you're looking through that and not squashing your nose. We're using an additional monitor on the XT2, which is a 4K monitor. And the problem being on the XT2, when you go F-log, you lose your HDMI feed out. On the XH1, that doesn't happen. So it means when we chuck that bad boy, which is the Feel World F6 monitor, check my other YouTube videos for the links to that. You can see what that one's about. When we put that bad boy on here, we can film F-log and still have full HDMI feed out, which is good and can't wait. But brilliant, here we are. XH1, I won't put it together because it's got the caps on the bodies, but if I slide the grip over there, it gives us the extra batteries. It now means that I can very quickly put a lovely XH1, which is beautiful for film, beautiful with F-Log, beautiful in 4K, and now in both cameras we have 120 frames per second slow-mo, and in this of course we have the nice new Eterna film log simulation. But look how small that is. Still, Cine lenses, Fuji XH1, geared, ready to go, 5-axis image stabilization. It'll go on a rig, it'll go on a tripod with a fluid head. We can do our statics. We've got a slider here as well we're using, which I'll list in the links in the descriptions below of everything we're using and lighting we're using today for this. This is going to be absolutely damn awesome to film with, and I can't wait. The team I've got working with me on this to get the shoots to work in 2 weeks is going to be phenomenal. But this thing is so smooth, absolutely smooth. So that's going to be great. So, you know, I've got an 18-55 and a 50-135 options. Now, the good thing is I can throw one on the XH1, I can throw the other one on the XT2. Okay, so just very quickly, for people that may know not what Cine lenses are and our 3 geared rings, T-stops, in short, are like your f-stops. Our middle one is our zoom. So on this one, it's our 18-55 zoom. All very smooth, and they have a longer range of travel as well. And our third one is our focusing, okay? Our focusing for that. Of course, the XH1 has got a lot more video controls inside that and a lot more features and dedicated video menus as well compared to the XT2, as well as the 5-axis image stabilization. So this for, you know, like a DSLR shooter, if you want to call it that, or in this case, compact system camera shooter, CSE mirrorless. That aside, let's put that beautiful little combo there. Slide those over. That's the grip for the XH1. It's a new product from Fujifilm as well. I know, I've had a whole delivery of good stuff today. It's amazing, so much fun. No, I don't get this for free. I've got to give it all back just to let people know, okay? So in this big box, we've got a tiny little camera with a tiny little kit lens. There it is, folks. There it is. I mean, seriously, see how big this case is? See how tiny this camera is? But it's better to have it ride protected than anything. I mean, the label on this Pelly case is almost as big as this camera. Okay, let's put that there. Covering a lot of unboxing today. I mean, you know, Peter McKinnon, Casey Neistat, I mean, you get skateboards, you get footballs, you get one wheels, you get t-shirts, you get things you hang on your wall. I mean, man, we're in the wrong business. I'm getting cameras and lenses here, guys. Come on. Which deliveries would you rather have? Difference being you get to keep yours, I don't. So if any of you out there want to send me lots of things to test, feel free. I'll put the address in the link below later. But let's have a look at this. Diverting off a little bit there. This is a fun little thing. Vloggers, you're gonna love this one. This is Fujifilm's new XT100, and it's tiny. It's tiny. It's probably smaller than an XT20, okay? But the new one, the XT100, difference being like the XT2s and things have the X-Trans sensors. This is a Bayer sensor in here. And what makes this one especially good for vloggers? The screen now comes out to the side, guys. It comes out to the side. So it is touchscreen as well. So you can now touchscreen and do all your settings. It's still got the smile focus, face focus, skin. This one even has like skin smoothing options in it for vloggers. Color enhancement and things like that. Fujifilm have been very clever with this to give you all these features. And blank dials, I don't even know what they do yet because there's no printing on them. I need to have a look at the manual. You know, failing that, it does still tilt out and round and down, so you can still shoot up and over with things. But overall, yes, it does come out and still tilt out and down, even when it's out. So well done Fujifilm. I know a lot of vloggers have been asking for a flip out screen rather than a lift up screen. Yes, it still doesn't flip around and articulate, but I don't think it needs to. This thing is so damn tiny, and it comes with a kit lens, which is even smaller. And this is a 15-45. Obviously that's APS-C equivalent. So let's just throw this on there to show you how tiny this thing is. It will take the XF lenses like these, but this is like the kit lens that it comes with. Quite tiny, quite tiny. Oh, there's no battery in it, can't turn it on. Still got the D-pads, you still got the thumb grips. There is a little extended finger grip there as well, but if you want to put it on a little Gorilla Pod for selfieing or even hand holding, this thing is so damn small and so light. I don't have a price point for it. I will put it in the description links. So the XT100, look at it. I mean, seriously, my coffee cup's bigger than this damn thing. So we're going to vlog some stuff on that, possibly when we're shooting with the new MK lenses in one of our editorial campaigns that we're going to put together with the XH1 and the XT2s. You're going to see a full crew there with shoulder rigs, fluid head, tripods, sliders. I'm pulling in a load of lighting with Arri because I'm Arri Ambassador as well. And we're going to light some of those scenes in those cars. The car, if we've got access to it, is absolutely beautiful. And that's all I'm going to say at the moment. But what a box of tricks to unpack. I'm not going to go into the technical spec of every single one of these items because I think that's an episode in itself. To go through all the details and all the details of these things, and I will probably do that at a later date, but I just wanted to show you what arrived for me in the mail today, for me to get out and shoot some stuff and test. And man, are we going to test this with some really good footage. Yes, it'll take a while before the final stuff comes out, but on both the filming that we're going to do within the 2 weeks, the projects that we've got, I am also going to be shooting them as editorial stills, so I will be shooting GFX 50S for that. But what I can do is put links to all of these in my description below, where you can get them, how much they cost. Cinematographers, videographers, you probably already know about these lenses, and some of you may have already had your hands on them. I'll list details for all the sliders we're using, the tripods we're using, the monitors we're using, the Rode Filmmaker kit mic, which you can't see because it's taped to my chest. That's going to hurt when I pull that off because that's just using a bit of masking tape, so maybe a bit of chest hair will come out there. But no, seriously, this is going to be fun. I don't know where to start. I guess I've got to start learning about this thing so that we can do some vlogging on set. So I make sure that I'm doing it right and it works properly. I believe, and there is a video on it, Kevin Mullins has already tried this. He's another Fuji ambassador and a wedding portrait photographer, predominantly weddings. He has had a go of this already. But I feel like I've been talking at 300 miles an hour to get through this, so please stay tuned. And if there's anything you want me to test, any pieces of equipment, if there's anybody out there that wants to send me anything to test and do a review, drop me a message in the comments boxes, and I'll send you a direct link and we can get that sorted. Yes, I use a range of cinema products and cinema cameras, as well as being a fashion, beauty and advertising photographer as my main industry, but I am involved in film. So send away, that's all I can say. Do you want to see something really funny, which we did when we cut just now, is that they're XF mounts, so they fit anything XF mount in the Fujifilm system. So this tiny little XT100, this new one, also, it looks completely ridiculous, but it counterbalances it, understand. Also fits on this beautiful 50-135 Fujinon Cine lens, this tiny little XT100, which is good for stills camera, but for vloggers, I can't really see myself flipping that screen out and using this bad boy as a combination for doing vlog work and doing selfies and doing audio. Things like that. It's just the most ridiculous thing in the world. But Fujifilm, what a system and a family of a system and combinations they have. Everything fits everything. This is the same battery system as that. That's the same battery system as my XT2, my XT1, my X Pro 2, my X Pro 1, the XT20, the XT10. It's all the same batteries. I know people moan about them, but come on, they're small enough, they're tiny, and they're cheap enough to buy. Stack a few in your bag and carry them with you. It is no big problem, and no filmmaker I know really complains about them too much because they're so small you can carry enough with you. That's it, guys. That's me done. I just wanted to cut back in onto this episode to show you the beautiful and the ridiculous. What a combination. Maybe we'll try and take a clip with it and post that up somewhere. Just want to say thanks for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Tick that damn bell for those notifications because there's lots of gorgeous stuff coming up. Ask me any questions you want. I will try and get back to you and answer what I can. Yeah, stay tuned